Let me start. So, topics of our next lecture is information system in general and in medicine. Yeah. Let me, sorry, first of all, out of this. Sorry. One more time. Okay. First of all, quick overview, what is information system in general, approach to classification types and so on, and then into medical informatics related system. Today it's topic very broad, and today we will cover only part of it. Next time we will move into some specific systems. So first of all, definition, relationship between information system, information technology, related disciplines, types, classification, and so on. So we can, there is multiply definition depending of what source do you use. For example, we can see it's system of person that has activities that process data information in organization. Then it could be more straightforward depicted as computer-based information system. It's only information technology component of information system. And of course, in modern time, our objective will be of study definitely computer-based information system. So different definition again could spoken about combination of information technology, people activities that supports operation management and decision making in particular organization. As you can see, what is common in both, we refer to as we combine two sides together. So when we talk about information system, we can distinguish some technical solution from those staff or customers who involved into activities related to that system. So we every time have to has people as component of our system. And it could be depicted in the following way, in the following chart, when we talk about complex information systems. So first of all, of course, we consider hardware, software solution. We have to take into account data which is processed, computer network, because all modern information systems are network-based, but it also people's. It also not only, but moreover, it's not only staff, it's not only those who develop, those who support, but it's also customers at both sides, customers who, like, for example, if you're talking about some online shopping, it's customers will be both who own company and sold things, and customers, those who buy those things using this service, this website, and so on. So every time it's important to keep in mind when we talk about information system, we are talking about human-computer interaction, of course. Speaking of bit about history, mostly it's rather almost a little bit changed in recent years, started in 50-60 with some basic data processing, transaction processing system to start collecting some data in digital format. Then it's developed mostly through application of information system for solving management tasks, for data management, information management, and organization management, with giving more and more emphasis onto assisting in decision making, like decision support system, expert system, and so on, and fully e-commerce, e-business, e-health, e-life in 21st century, when actually all aspects of our life involved into information system, interaction with different information system. And speaking of information technology, as a related subject is a process of study, design, development, implementation, support, and management computer-based information system, and particular software application, computer hardware. So it's like we consider this as scientific areas. And again, in scientific area, information system, it's scientific field of study that address a range of strategic managerial operational activities involved in gathering, processing, storing, distribution, and using information and associated technologies in society and organization. So in this case, we have to keep in mind these two definitions. So under term information system, we have to understand those system itself, but also we have to understand scientific area for studying those systems through information technologies. And here is all this could be how we can depict the relationship between information system, information science, computer science, and some business management application, practical solution we want to automate. So here is actually computer science give us necessary hardware, software solution. So computer system and necessary mathematical background, of course, required. And those ended up in information theory, information technologies. So they are keystones to build I am talking about this part, the keystones to build an information system through computer science engineering expertise. And here is we have when we're building this system, we have intention to automate some realistic business process. And here is altogether we from information science have given us some the general problem understanding, and information system provided for us with implementation side of computer information science equation and so on. So anyway, our aim, our objective is to automation of business process, make it more efficient and so on. Speaking of classification of different type of information systems, so here is given potential approach with such kind of pyramid when we have a transaction processing system at bottom level. It's dedicated to collect necessary data, and up to executive information system dedicated to supply some performance information, making decision for executive staff in organization. Basically, still transaction processing system is critically important because they're dedicated to collect, store, modify, retrieve the transaction organization. And here is I think term transaction for you has to be now and mostly associated with money transfer, but in fact it's have more widely meaning. And when we're talking about information technologies, under transaction we have to understand events and generates or modify data that is eventually stored in information system. And essential meaning of transaction that it manage data that must be left in consistent state. So for example, if we still using money transfer in as example, we have to withdraw account only in case if confirm withdrawal from one account, only in case if successful receiving confirmed to another. If any disturbance having at any this point, both accounts must left unchanged. So transaction means two stable state. One, both account unchanged, and second, successful withdrawal with successful receiving of payment. Only in this case, transaction covered as completed and successful. Other case, it's failed and reverted back. So everything reverted back. But that things also work in other information system. Same way, if we're talking about update electronic medical records, we have to ensure that we properly input like our new prescription without any mistake. We use correct like MR units, correct number of items, and only then usually physician must confirm with password, signature, digital signature or something like this. And here is transaction has been done and new prescription assigned for patient. That's same way, that same case we have how it's work in medical information system. Okay, so here is given visual representation where is actually transaction take place, where is transaction takes place when we made input and the transaction completed successfully, we got some kind of output. Okay, now move level to some next to the next level, management information system, which provide the information that's needed to manage organization efficiently and effectively. And here is important to understand that it might not only be limited to computer system and could involve some interaction with some human staff as well. Again, in modern time, sometimes when we have very diverse, very extensive information system with multiply components, it might happen with high probability that management information system will be part of integrated solution for organization. But is it we talk it's the same system as TPS? Rather not. Rather not. It might be run at the same hardware, same data center, over the same network, but with high probability we will talking about sort of integration, sort of interconnection, data exchange between different computer systems. Anyway, from user viewpoint, it might be look like very similar, like company style user interface and so on. So here is about, I will talking about this again at the end of this lecture. Okay, decision support system, expert system, by their name, support business organization decision-making process. Again, in the past, usually it was meaning preparing, organizing, visualizing data with some hints. Modern time, with usage of even artificial intelligence solution, it might be used in some semi-automatic or even fully automatic mode to make some final decision. So, okay, if we talk about self-driving car, it's exact kind of implementation of decision support system. If like your Tesla drive yourself over the road by using lines, road signs, and so on. So here is exactly how decision in this case, it will be expert system, how it's practically could be implemented and so on. So, okay, here is difference between management information system and decision support system. Actually, management information produce some visualization reports and so on, and then further analysis and decision making done by different staff under different departments. Whereas decision support system automatically propose some ready to using solution, and in expert system actually implement it. Executive information system, okay, special subset of management information system that support information decision-making needs of senior executives. Okay, rarely case, but still available in some information source, so I have included it in this lecture. Actually specific case of decision support system. Sometimes it's still kept at the same level. So generally, if we will try to talk about different level of decision making, so it will be different different subclasses of DSS system, depending if we talk about operational data management, tactical, strategical level, and so on. Still, we can talk about application of sort of DSS expert system at each of this level. Okay, and if we will take a look about general history, so we can start again. As usually, we have started with TPS system at the end of 50s, beginning of 60s. Then next steps were immediately moved towards some information management with office automation and automation of some office routine operation. Then management, the DSS system has to be started to develop at executive. At the end of 20th century, it was time when many knowledge management system, expert system had been developed and launched to practical implementation. And modern time, especially recent years, major emphasis put into artificial intelligence, created intelligent system which capable to provide real life kind of assistance for people's different areas of activities and so on. But still, we are here right now. Okay, a few points again about difference between management information system, decision support system. Actually, also overlapping in abbreviation. Management information systems sometimes abbreviate like MIS, but for you, and in next part of lecture, it will be clearly visible. We will talking about MIS as medical information system, but right now we concentrate on management information system. So here is kind of similarities in different things. And here is mostly emphasis on difference between those two time systems, like MIS provide information about performance when DSS concentrate on solving specific problem. Usually MIS more visualized, provide some draft charts, visualization, and so on, when DSS usually use it to interactive dialogues. In this case, it's similar to modern artificial intelligence systems like ChatGPT. So here is they are similar to DSS, to past DSS from not very old past. MIS work with fixed data formats, DSS and expert system adaptable to different types of format. And here is information processing. Last point, most interesting. We have manipulation like basic analysis, again, reporting, visualization, extraction, manipulation of basic analysis of data. Let's say we are talking about maximum. Speaking of statistics, management information system usually ends up with something like descriptive statistics, average, mode deviation. But with decision support, we are making hypothesis testing, we are looking for correlation between data, we are trying to build regressional analysis and make prediction of our data. So we are up in analytical modeling. So here is where the place of that topic from previous lecture here. Okay, and here is yet another hierarchy of information system in a little bit more detail, like what, depending what we support, operation support or management support, we have few different type of not only exactly TPS, but process control, manufacturing, enterprise collaboration system. Enterprise collaboration system, actually, we are talking about usage of software like Teams. So if we are talking where is Teams, it could be placed there, collaboration system, usually, but also we can place it even as management information system because it's allowed to, if we're talking about meeting organized by senior managers, so it's become management information system. So somewhere here we have, we are right now here, somewhere here. And a little bit third group, which combine previous pair because it based on operational data, but it being used by typically by managers. That's expert system, knowledge management system, and different strategic information system, including AI based information system. Okay, and if we talk about information technologies as scientific area and area for implementing information system in healthcare, so we have plenty of application. And here is, first of all, uh, working with electronic health records here. Of course, quality assessment, education, strategical decision, data mining, implementing security question, maintaining information infrastructure in healthcare facilities, and so on, up to e-commerce. And of course, decision making in diagnostic process, which is actually one of the objective of development artificial intelligence. So, okay, when we will move into second part of this section of lecture, we have to identify, first of all, conception of electronic medical records and take a look about most common type of medical information system, which is hospital information system dedicated to support EMR, and also related to them radiology, laboratory information system, picture human communication system. Again, today we are talking about most common type of information system, and next time we will talking about more about advanced like decision support system, sorry, decision support system, and so on. So when we talk about medical records or health records, medical chart, it's actually systematic documentation of patient medical history and care. So generally, medical records use it for both physical, for container when we keep it, usually some paper records and body of information. For generation already, it's medical records have been written on paper, and now it's time to move, and it's already converted in most developed country, even countries like Ukraine, it's already converted into electronic digital form, so it's become accessible, on demand, accessible at the same time by different physician, if necessary, available for data processing, for statistical analysis, visualization, and so on, and even could be accessed by patient itself, depending to level of permission, could be used as source for medical education, and so on. So here is we have major reason why it's better to have like our electronic medical record, our medical records in electronic format online. Of course, still because of many security issues, because of many modern dangers of and hazards of in the information area, it's always good to have extra paper copy somewhere secured, but primary record has to be online and accessible on demand. So obviously, electronic medical records, it's a medical records in digital format. We have in health informatics, we consider few types of EMR. For example, we have EHR as well, PHR as well. In minutes, I will explain its meanings, but most cases, again, we can use abbreviation EMR, EHR, electronic health records, to define like as synonyms and could be replaced one by others, despite they are not exactly the same things. Sorry. So here is, okay, maybe it's better on this picture. When we talk about EMR, we have to keep in mind electronic version of patient medical records, which is operated by specific providers. So if you attend your family physician, he creates for you one sort of EMR. When pregnant woman attend her Basic physician, that's another EMR has been created when you visit your dentist. Probably third EMR will be created. And if we have capacity to integrate all these records into related to the same patient, integrates all EMR pair created by different providers. So this case, we are talking about that EHR has been created, or health records, patient electronic health records has been created across all providers, combining all data from different providers. And during 21st century, such system has been created in different countries, starting from high developed countries, and right now even developmental countries working on implementation of such system. Speaking of Ukraine, it's since 2017 we have e-health national information system, which specifically dedicated to create and maintain EHR based on EMR created in different medical facilities. So our countries I now have this, our European EU countries have some such system, Poland as well, United States, Japan, many developmental countries also working on this, even Asia, Africa, and so on. So again, it will be not very big mistake to talking about EMR, HR, same things, but from information technologies viewpoint, they are quite different and belong to different system. And finally, if patient have access to some part of her EMR, or if patient use own devices to make some personal monitoring, collecting personal medical data, in this case, we are talking about creating PHR, or personal or patient health record. Personal health record. So here is we have EMR, electronic medical records, per medical provider, EHR, aggregated, combined medical records for specific patient from all providers he or she attended, and PHR, that part of medical records which is filled or managed by patient itself. Of course, in our case, I made emphasis on United States, and here is how that's HIPAA compliant requirements. It's related to United States healthcare system. But again, if country has their own EHR solution, they will have some analog of requirements of like HAPAA requirements for information system. In Ukraine, as I already said, it's a health, and it provides the same requirements for each EMR solution, which is only allowed to be used in hospital if it's compliant with this requirements, with e-health requirements. Okay, and when we're talking about medical information system, which is dedicated to support medical, to automate some medical provider, it will be correctly to talk about hospital information system or clinical information system, which is designated to manage interactive financial clinical aspects of hospital or clinic, and dedicated to replace paper-based information processing. So again, when we talk about usage of information system in medicine, general term will be medical information system, and in this case it will cover all kind of information system which could be applied in and used in healthcare area. But when we move into the specific level, for example, hospital, clinical level, that's will be better to use term hospital information system or clinical information system to specifically depict information system dedicated to manage electronic medical records in such facilities. Despite still very often term MIS being used and even officially. So actually, usual goal it's with usage of SIS, CIS, and EMR. It's replace those paper towers. And here is family doctor's office in Britain, in Great Britain, and so patient notes, single patient notes. So with accessing through digital device in electronic format, which provide better access. So actually, what do we have? Speaking of history, it's more or less started the same time, 1960s United States, where some few isolated solution had been created in some prominent hospitals, largest facilities to manage patient data. And then we have moved to monolithic evolutionary system to composable system, which consists of many components and so on by the end of 20th century, with wide introduction of computer network and microcomputers again, at the end of 20th century. We are talking about even distributed system of information system, which was also made demand to like establish data exchange between those systems. And in modern time, since beginning of 21st century, technologies and general area made shifting into usage of cloud basis solution or system as service solution, when data as well as software available located in some data centers, which is called actually we meaning them under term cloud. It's like physical data centers with dozens of thousand computer systems, servers, which store data, run application, and provide access to users through network connection. Okay. Again, speaking of similarity and difference between clinical information system and hospital information system. So theoretically, again, according to some books and definition, CIS concentrate on patient data management, on exactly EMR, where SIS might be more concentrated on solving administrative management task in the hospital, but by the current time there is no such strict difference between those systems. Again, both term could be used as replacement, and again, MIS, general MIS could be used as well. So again, when we talk about this from this viewpoint, when we talk about difference between CIS and HIS, it's this two first roles. If administrative at first place, it's hospital information system. If we're talking about patient data collection and management, it will be CIS. But both cases, it's MIS, medical information system, and usually they do many things, not only given. So modern systems are dedicated to perform many operations at once. Again, how it could look like very different things, well known with the system from United States, but are available many more, and they are changed from relatively frequently. So in fact, like to finalize this point. Usually, we have same approach for Ukrainian and foreign students. That's no reason to study particular information system at first year of studying, because by the time students reach end of education, those systems will be definitely updated or maybe even replaced. And thankfully for understanding, but already for 2 years, despite war, we have at 6 year of last year of study, fifth and sixth, we already have elective course when we provide, our department provide some training for Ukrainian, no, of course, Ukrainian students for those medical information system used in Ukraine. So at least it makes sense. At least it makes sense. So at first year, it's logically to check some theoretical background, classification, purpose, features, and by the end of the education, it's time to take a look about how it really look like now, at that, how it will be at that time. So now from MIS, from SIS, CIS, and so on, move into another quick overview of another classes. LIS, Laboratory Information System, especially again, information system which dedicated to handle receiving, processing, and store information generated by clinical laboratory. Major features, integration with instruments, so ability to retrieve data, results of measures directly from laboratory equipment, and of course would be very helpful if it has also interface with hospital information system and can submit results of analysis, results of patient data processing directly into patient electronic medical record. So here is the right side, how it has to be look like in ideal case. So doctor prescribed for patient some test order. Here patient attend laboratory, being registered, taking samples, it's processed by equipment. Again, data immediately collected into laboratory system. If necessary, some advanced examination could be done by some external laboratory. And again, data has to be securely transferred back with results. So reports had to be delivered back to physician immediately, and in best case, integrated into patient medical records. So here is given list of subjects, disciplines, and the laboratory which support by LIS. It's again not final list, because we can add the much more right now. Probably there is no kind of examination not supported but by LIS. Here is usual workflow of data workflow in laboratory, even including laboratory like which work not in clinic but provide services from different patient from different clinics, different facilities, and so on. Anyway, here is we have processing of retrieving specimens, registering, making some encoding, delivering packages if it's a case of specific evaluation, can be done on site, analysis, creating recorded results, storing in some cloud storages to ensure security, and again, integrating with patient data and sending results back to physician. Okay, laboratory management information system. Again, very similar to LIS, but here is actually, again, also computer-based software system, but it's dedicated to management samples, user instruments, and so on. So actually, difference between what critical points? Difference between LIMS and LIS. that LIMS targeted toward environmental research, commercial analysis, for example, pharmaceutical, petrochemical, research and development. Its work at this area, when LIS dedicated to be used in clinics for medical examination processing. So LIMS, we are talking about more about manufacturing, research and development, LIS, clinical data analysis. There is no other principal difference that they both has to have interface with equipment, ability to retrieve that data from laboratory equipment directly, creating different reports, management samples, and so on. So all these things similar. Radiology information systems and picture human communication system. I start with radiology, but it's also bugs very similar things to this in a few minutes. Okay, radiology information system used to automate radiology department. In modern times, they are usually part of clinical information system. So modern time, it's very rarely case if they could be separated. The only specific features, it's similar to LIS. In this case, radiology information system must be capable to retrieve medical images from various diagnostic equipment. Other hand, it must interact with EMR solution to retrieve some patient data, submit results, and so on. And here is important point is DCOM. What is DCOM? I will tell in last minutes, I think, of this lecture. So here is possible diagram, how it could be implemented, how we can deal with RIS system, and the main things, its ability to retrieve medical images, visualize medical images, and if possible, make automated analysis. So again, still, and as you can see at this chart, clearly in this diagram, clearly shown RIS and PACS together. So we have some visualization tool, we have medical imaging devices, and they are connected to both PACS and RIS. Again, all this case, it's depend to manufacturer, depend to supplier. In this case, this company have two labels, but it might be even one thing sold by one name, which only will be different by roles that specific user were given, and it will act as RIS, as PACS. So, and when we talk about, so immediately, I will get to PACS. So when we talk about PACS, it's Picture Human Communication System, computers network dedicated to storage, retrieval, distribution, presentation of image. And RIS do the same. The only difference, RIS also have emphasis on interacting with patient, when PACS, by definition, dedicated to interact with images. Despite, again, modern things usually have both features, from PACS and from RIS at the time. And one of the most important feature of this system is support of DCOM, Digital Management Communication of Medicine, or international standard dedicated to exchange medical images. So PACS itself have to replace hard copy, film-based or film printed paper, printed film-based images with electronic version, and provide like on-site as well as remote access, even of for telemedical uses. And so here is, for example, examples, dedicated PACS system from computer tomography. Here is, we have this. Tags, I already told. Also, again, modern PACS systems should have API interfaces with hospital information system, radiology information system, or could be the same systems that represent both features. Here is features more common and different for PACS and RAS. Again, it might be single system and difference could be only with user roles given there. Так, I think we almost run out of time. They are shown again interaction between different systems from host information system to RIS, how it interact with PACS, how data could flow under this system. Please check this chart clearly. Again, modern system very often it's integrated into one, and only user role and permission will be shown what actually it will do and how it will be interact with this. Okay, I think it will be enough for today. And some questions still related and covered. I think I will continue next time, along with approaches for about development of information system. Thank you for your attention. If you still have question, please put in chat, and have a nice day.